Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ghostmet Gaming with me, Christopher, and this is Endzone, A World Apart. A game right up my alley. Very quickly summarized, this game is a combination between Banished and Frostpunk. If Frostpunk was about radiation instead of frost, instead of cold. In a way, this is a game that I thought that Frostpunk would be, instead of the scenario-driven thing that I don't really like about Frostpunk, but whatever. Yeah, this is Endzone, and we're gonna play as some poor settlers after a, I would assume, radioactive war, so it's a bit Fallout as well. But instead, this is a city builder game. And when we get into the game, you'll notice exactly how similar to Banished this is. It's basically Banished, but in a futuristic setting instead. And obviously, since a few years has passed since Banished was first released, this game has a lot of cool new things. So, we're gonna get into a new game, and I'm gonna show you what it's all about. And I've been playing this game for quite some time. In fact, I have, I think, over 40 hours in this game right now, and I've restarted the game enough times that I think that the game is putting me into easy game as a default. I don't know exactly why, but it does. So the game modes that you have is easy, normal, advanced, and maximum. Then there's also a no trees challenge, a build mode, and relax and discover. So, sort of regular stuff there. I did try the no trees mode, and it's not that difficult. You basically just build a forester, make sure that they plant trees only, and you'll get yourself a nice little forest very, very early on, and after that it's just basically a normal game, I think. So the only thing that you're left with is just a very empty map, like devoid of trees, so that's not fun. No, we're gonna start a game on normal difficulty. And for the name, I was about to say, we're not even at name, we're at map settings. And this is actually a thing that I like about this game that I don't really like about Banished. I know now, or rather realized now. Haven't really thought about it, but there's a seed, same as you have in Banished, and there are different areas that you actually get to see what the map looks like. You don't get that in Banished, which means that in Banished the seed doesn't necessarily mean that much, at least not when you start off the map. I mean, I guess there's something about people wanting to play at the same map as others, I guess. I mean, that's why you have seeds, right? I've never really bothered with that. I don't exactly see the point. Maybe someone can tell me exactly why you would like to do that, but whatever. So we're gonna play on the largest map. Doesn't really matter for this particular video, but we're gonna do it anyway. And the rest is gonna be just medium. But I see already that I very much like this map, so we're gonna go with this one. As a settlement name, we can actually randomize this. They have a couple of few nice ones. Mausoleum, sure. The Fool's Hope, yeah. That I don't know. Corrupt Town, I like Corrupt Town. We're gonna start a game in Corrupt Town. So, right, let's start it off and I'll show you the ropes. And we even get this nice little, very slow zoom in, exactly like in Banished. It looks basically the same in that regard. And Jamie here has found a nice settlement, and what we've learned in Endzone, basics first and foremost. So yeah, Endzone is the name of the various vaults that exist. Pretty much like in Fallout, I would assume. So people hid out in these vaults, and now they've come out and it's time to, you know, repopulate the world. So here we are. This is our little place of existence. We have a couple of things around us. Ooh, I kind of like this. I like the little city places. Both yes and no. No, because there's usually interesting locations and you don't want to get rid of these until you've actually, you know, search them. And we actually started next to the end zone. I don't know if this is our end zone, but it is an end zone. So yeah, very much a Fallout style of a platform that you would most likely go down. Although on this occasion there's actually stairs as well. I don't know exactly how far these stairs go, but yeah. So this is also marked as an interesting location that we could presumably do something with. So what do we need to do? Well, the basics. The basics are up here. water and food. We need to set that up. The other things that we have are wood and scraps, your sort of basic building materials. There's also tools and radiation protection, and on the normal level you get a nice handful of metal tools and a nice handful of masks. So the other tools are scrap tools, they are a little bit worse, and then you have the neck scarves, a little bit worse, but also a full radiation suit, which are better. Then we have some medication, both herbs, medicine, and iodine tablets. We have basic materials, well actually not the basic materials, sort of. What's the other thing about? It's not advanced materials, it's just materials. So we have cloth, we have metal, we have plastic, we have electronics, and we have coal. You could argue that electronics is a bit more advanced since we actually do need to research in order to get to that. But first things first, we need to build some stuff. Down here we have buildings and tasks. Tasks is actually just the one, the one thing. The rest of it is buildings. So in order to get some water going, we need first of all somewhere to store it. We need a cistern. So let's set up a cistern. Ooh, I kind of like this. No, let's set up the... No. We're gonna do the food first because the fishing hut takes a little bit more space, and I do see a very nice spot for it right here. So let's prime the food production here. We also need a Yeti to pick up the water, so let's place that really close. Kind of weird, but also kind of nice. I'm gonna place a water cistern. How we're gonna place this? Let's place it a bit like that. We are gonna want to build a water tower and a well as well. Because the cistern can pick up water from different sources. Now the Yeti is the primary source, that is from a water source, a lake in this occasion. Water tower picks up rain when it falls. We can see down here. We're going to get to this in just a second. The well pumps up water at all times. So we're going to get to droughts in this little video. When there's a drought, this lake will dry up completely. Now that means that you're not going to be able to pick up any water, but with a well you can. So you kind of want to build a water tower and a well close by to the cistern. You see the zone of uptake that it has, so you don't have to be building it exactly close by, but for logistic purposes, pretty close by is a good thing. We also want to set up some roads, so let's start with a no, not like that, regular road going from here to here, just the buildings little road system there. I also like to do a road around our little... right now it's just a bus. It's a bus wreck, but we're going to be able to upgrade this to a proper little settlement place. So let's make sure that we got some roads going here as well. That is our very first basics. Now we are starting with a couple of wood and scraps, 200 of each in fact. We're currently using 64 scrap and 61 wood. We're going to need more. Currently we are at 10 settlers. They can do something. I want 4 to be builders, and this is a game unlike Banished. You actually do want builders sort of all the time. First of all, you're going to be building stuff all the time, but buildings are also deteriorating in this game. We're going to see more about that when we get further on. I don't think that the bus wreck deteriorates, so that's fine. There's also sandstorms that completely wreck your building, so that's not good. So what we can do before we get to scrap collecting and wood collecting, we can do some tasks. That means that we can gather some wood and we can gather some scrap. Now we are gonna want to do a forester's lodge, and we have a lot of spaces. I kind of would like to get it here. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad place. So let's say that we are gonna have our forces lodge over here, or at least the area that they're gonna be planning in. That means that we can clear forests over here. Scrap, you know, you can clear it anywhere. Let's start with the woods, like over here. I say, but we can't build it over here because there's a scrap pile here. Let's just do it here then. As for scrap, we have a nice amount here, 123. The scrap piles cannot be picked up by settlers alone. You're gonna need a scrapyard for that. Right, let's get things going, and we plonk down the the fishing hut first. We don't want that to be built first. We want the water to keep coming first. So let's focus on the Yeti by clicking the build next button. So some have already, they managed to get some to the fishing hut. That's fine. So more wood over here, please. And then we're gonna focus on the cistern. There's a pretty nice amount of weather systems. So you have a nice little rain here. Doesn't really show that well, but it's nice. So the Yeti is being built. As soon as it is done, let's set up the cistern. Well, okay, they managed to do the fishing hut anyway. That is fine. We don't really have any more buildings lined up, so what I would like to do is for my builders to finish the cistern and then finish the roads. Roads are useful. First of all, it makes sure that all your little people actually walk the way you want them to walk. So let's make sure that we get that. I would like to start with these things though. So we're down to 2 settlers, which is a bit of a shame, but we're gonna get settlers pretty damn soon. So it is time for us to think about housing. And housing is a little bit different than in Banished. You have the cabin and the shelter. Cabin, regular house, or rather can inhabit 2 adults and 3 children. The shelter can inhabit 25 people. The difference is that in the shelter no one gets pregnant, basically. So it's a way to sort of control your population production. Not population production, population increase a little bit. Though we're gonna need clothing for this, and we are not really close to want to do any of that just now. So we're gonna start with cabins. We are currently at 10 adults, so at least 5 cabins. But some of the children are most likely gonna get older very, very soon. So we're gonna build some more, I think. I usually go for like 8 in the beginning. Now, the thing that works differently is if we go to resources, for example, the scrapyard has a location attractiveness. We can actually see that down here as well. Click this button, we can, well, nothing is really happening right now, so that doesn't really tell us anything. But yeah, the scrapyard has a minus for location attractiveness, and you kind of want houses to be at least 0. You don't want them to go minus. That meant when I started playing this game, I thought that, you know, okay, fine, so build all the houses away from the production. And sure enough, every single bit of housing was, you know, at 0 attractiveness. That is to say, neither good nor bad. However, what that did was stifle my production quite a lot, because much like in Banished, what people do is they work, then they go home to eat, to sleep, etc., etc. And if the housing is built far away from where they work, they spend a lot of time traveling. Time that they could be using for actual production. So ideally, you want to place your housing close by to where people work. And the thing that you can do to counteract the location attractiveness is decorations. So a shrub +1, a hedge +3, and so on and so on. So that is what you can do in order to mitigate the minus for that. But let's start by placing a couple here. I always like to do a little bit of space between the roads, etc., etc. So let's build. I just said that I want to have a space, and then I didn't. Anyway, screw that right now. Let's build 4 in a nice little square here. Now, as for scrap, where are we looking for scrap? Let's select the scrap yard. We have a bunch over here, Obviously, a lot in this, but it's not far away. Ooh, there's actually... Okay, so there's a lot down here, as well as over here. Okay, so I would like to have my scrap place over here. That is perfect, because that means that we can actually set it out already. Let's build it as close by as I can here. But we're not going to build this one right now, so let's just... come on. let's just pause it for now, so you can just be there. What we are going to need, however, is recyclers. What recyclers do is they take scrap and make it into something else. From the very beginning, we can do clothing, metal, and plastic, and we're going to need clothing and metal very, very, very fast. Because we're going to need the workshop and the tailor shop, because these tools and protective clothing, they go way fast. Like super fast. So I'm gonna go for recyclers first. Let's build them a bit different than I usually do. Let's build two of them like this. Yeah, I like that. Those two we do want to get built, and the people who are sleeping, etc., the living people, be there. We're gonna build like the forester, etc., up here, I think, because unlike in Banished, because I looked at it like this doesn't mean I have to build it here. I can build it here and then set the working area over here. Very nice, let me tell you that. I could actually see myself keeping this end zone. What you can do after you've looked through it is that you can mark it as scrap, but I kind of would like to keep this. So let's actually work under the assumption that I do want to keep it. That means that let's do it like this. There we go. So a forester there, and together with a forester, a gatherer, same as in Banished. And I realized that I built that a bit badly, because if you look at the radiation, yeah, I just built it completely in a radiation zone. Don't really want to do it. Well, I could do it here, I guess. Yeah. So let's not build it there. That just takes extra time. We don't need to do. We need to make things take longer. So let's just get it here. Is that correct? No, that was not correct. I wanted it one lower. Basically, so where's it? There's that. There we go. That's where I want it. And the gatherer's cabin over here. So let's set that up. So you can come down. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, but never mind. You can come down there, and then we'll have this. Ooh, that was incorrect. Okay, where's the road that where can I build the road? It is here. I thought so. A bit of a shame that it doesn't align with this, but that's okay. So this scrap pile has to go before I can do any of that. So I would like to do then some housing over here, I think. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Leave one for a road behind it, and then we'll do the same. I kind of like this little square thing. I've been working with that because that means that you can do some decorations in the middle to bring the attractiveness up. Let's set up some roads, and I think that we're pretty much done. As you can see, I've been building a lot of stuff. We're still on a net positive here for things, so let's just keep going. And this little professionals tab is going to be red because we have professions that are unaccounted for. It's going to be like that for a little while. So that's a-okay. Let's just indeed keep time to go along. And we do have some radiation with the fishery. Could have built the fishery over here, but we're going to build another one. But yeah, both. Ooh, that's actually a little bit annoying. But the radiation actually shifts. Actually, so it's not going to be. You can see already that it's going up and down. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Right, we have some housing. I don't know exactly why it is that in this game people aren't complaining about housing from the very beginning of the game. They start complaining after a while, just not from the very beginning. It's a bit interesting. But yeah, the recyclers are going to be very important, and I'm actually gonna, you know what, I'm gonna go with one more, because we are going to need so many of them, which is fine, but we're going to need so many of them. And we're also going to do a workshop. Kind of would like to have that over here. But that is not going to fly. We can't fit it in there. That's okay. Let's do it on the back of the recycler. I was about to say, back of the scrapyard. Let's do a couple of those, just facing each other. Come on. There we go. So obviously this is now going to complain because there's no metal. and we need that metal before we can finish that structure. This structure needs cloth, so that is why I said that we needed some of that. We're getting some extra sellers, at least one more. You are complaining about almost lack of wood. That is fine. Scrap you. We are looking fine for wood right now. It is actually scrap that we need, so let's move it up a little bit, because there's a lot more scrap over here to be found. One of these can house 4 people. We actually currently have 4 people, 4 settlers, that is. That's good. And unlike Banished, we can only have 1 of these. So that's that. You can't set up like millions of them. It's actually only just that one. Ooh, it's a combine harvester. Ooh, that's cool. Usually, well, not usually, but some of these are interesting locations as well. That one apparently wasn't. Right. We have the recyclers. So one. Let's start with 1 cloth and 1 metal, and we do want to get these working ASAP. I realized that I said that I wanted the roads to be done, and no roads have been done. Let's make sure that our builders are able to do that. So the third recycler, yeah, we're gonna get that one going. Let's make you metal and move you over to cloth and have 1 more refiner. So that's that. We do need more food though. So I would like for that to be some fields, because you, at least on normal, I don't know how it is on other harder difficult settings, but on normal, much like in Banished, exactly, as a matter of fact, it's exactly like in Banished. We have 2 seeds for the fields and 1 seed for the orchard. I kind of like to do this the same size as my little housing complex, but on this occasion I built them a little bit to the side, which means that I'm not really going to be able to fit it nicely. So you know what, let's do 10 by 10 here. Small nice field. Let's choose what. Ooh, wheat is good. Wheat is good because you can then create a pub and it can do beer. And that means that I'm now running a little bit low on settlers. We are doing not super well with scraps. I can bring down 1 builder. Yeah, so we can have at least 1 farmer. Another thing that I want to talk to you about as well is the seasons. So, sort of like in Banished, you have seasons. There's no years. There's basically just seasons. They're not even counting years here. And there's no winter time or anything like that. It's just seasons. And as you can see now, season 8, we're gonna get a drought. During a drought, it's very important that we have water and food. Now, in the beginning, 2 water carriers are gonna be sufficient to get enough water. I think that we can see that it is already going up. We're not using enough water to bring it down. So that's a good thing. As for food, we're not in the red, so that's good, but we could absolutely do more. So that's what I did that. And we are also building a gatherer over here. Gonna get that going as soon as our builders can manage it. So yeah, now we're getting a bit of information about that. Also, we can now see that these 4 buildings are indeed picking up some negative attractiveness from, I would assume that it is them. It's a bit far away, but apparently, yeah, apparently that's what happens. And ooh, that's those. Yeah, we can build hunters. Obviously, we can. So yeah, we are gonna have to do a bit of decorations, and I'm gonna build 2 hedges here, not all the way over. So there we go, 2 hedges. That's gonna be +6. So that should counter any issues with that. We have built a tailor shop. That is good. Don't have a tailor, but we have some settlers coming in. And yeah, I built all of these houses, and we are actually having homeless settlers already. So that's good. But yeah, we are now in preparation of creating more radiation protection. Now, the masks are really only it is for medium level radiation. Next scarf is just for low level. Currently, yeah, as you can see, the radiation has gone away here. This is low level radiation, this is non-radiation. So that means that we don't really need to do carbon masks at this point. We can settle for the next scarf, but we are running low. We are running low. Those masks that we had, those are gone. Now the workshop is done. I guess I could go for scrap tools in the beginning. What I ideally would like to do is some more housing. Could go for one more housing thing. Yeah, and they're actually getting the roads down, which is good. Let's pull away one builder and get in one technician. We can start with scrap tools for now, but I do need to build this one, I think. Yes, let's start up this now. How are you doing here? That is empty. Cool. So yeah, with the scrapyard we can now take care of the scrap pods, but I kind of want to do these over here first. We also have our gatherer and our forester down over here, so let's set up their working areas, like sort of here. So about here, choose the sort of same area. The gatherer will only be able to pick up stuff in wooded areas, which means that we're gonna have to fill in this to make them a little bit more efficient. Could do a road, I guess. Would it be the worst thing in the world? Let's actually set that up. I haven't really done that before. Let's do a dirt road going here, down here, because I don't think that takes up too much space. That's fine. Let's keep going. I'm gonna wait a little bit more for settlers, I say, but let's actually get a gatherer going as well. Yes. I do want to see the builders filling up the roads, please. But I do need I do need more scrap. They can pick up scrap in here. That is fine. Actually, can I build? Let's set it here. So the few remaining settlers can actually get me some more of that. What are my builders doing, really? I don't know. We're looking okay for food, but we also do have a whole field here that's going to be able to be harvested soon. How much are we expecting? 100? That's kind of... I mean, we're not using that much food right now, so 100 food, 120, that's actually pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. So, what are you missing? No workforce. Have we built this? Oh, I built this. Did I? I don't remember. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't remember doing that, but apparently I did. That's fine. Strip away that and get 2 people to scrap collect. And yes, I would like for you to sort of focus on these things here first. So they have now 700 scrap available in their work area. We're gonna have to wait for... Well, actually, we don't need... Well, yeah, we do. We need still these damn roads being built. And apparently we still... Oh, there's a lot of radiation already. That's a bit annoying. And even with the hedges... Oh yeah, because now we built the scrapyard, so now it's even more. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do some torches here. Like one here, one here. I think that's going to be enough to put them at... at 0. Didn't we had people complain about housing, but you were built after that. They're actually building this road. I mean, I laid down these roads way before, and for some reason they're focusing on that road. Well, that's interesting. So where are my builders at? What are you doing? Well, you're focusing on that, which is fine, but it's not exactly what I wanted you to do. So what are you doing? You are relocating resources. Why? There are roads that you need to be handling. What are you doing? Builds a road. Perfect. So one of the things that I have noticed in this game that I don't particularly like is the pathing of your settlers. It's not super good many of the times. It could be a lot better. So that's a bit of a shame. You might see that at some point if I get to show you that. You kind of need to do, yeah, we need one more tailor here. I also kind of would like to have some housing down here. What's this? That's just a scrap pile. Kind of would like to have some housing down here, because the housing is over here and over here. It's a bit far away, but not too, it's not terribly far away. Let's also fill in some, come on, roads over here. Beautiful. And we don't need that road right now. Right, the drought. We had a drought. It's over now. We are doing fine. We do need more food though, so we can absolutely set more people to do gathering. We can do a forester now as well, so that they can start working. That's a good thing. And yeah, because obviously I can have more fishers, gatherers, farmers, etc, etc. That is okay for now. We do need more housing though. So let's do another one of these. Well, I said I wanted housing close by to this, and you are doing over here. So let's actually do, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it next by to this. Have one little space in between. There's some radiation here, and there's a scrap pile here. If you wouldn't mind removing that scrap pile, I would be very, very happy, Mr. Scrapyard, sir. It should be. There's really no way for you to make them focus on a specific spot. And actually, the reason why it says that there's so much is because this is 500. So it's actually only 81. They are not going to destroy interesting locations unless you have marked them for salvaging. So that's something to keep in mind. Did they actually remove it? I think they did. Yes. Beautiful. So let's build that there. We are going to have to do some decorations here, which is fine. We can actually do that already. How are you feeling? 0. Perfect. Let's set up some... oh, that is not where I wanted that. Not all the way over, because I would like to build a torch. Come on. Come on. Torch here. Oh, I did. Did I place it in the wrong way again? Or rather, wrong place? Yes, I did. Did I do it again? No, I didn't. There we go. There we go. Nice. So. We are doing fine. But yeah, food. Food is already becoming a problem. Which is fine. Again, I have spaces for people to do food-related work. Kind of need more water carriers as well. I think I'm doing okay with regards to everything else right now. We're actually doing fairly well on clothing and metal, and we have tools and radiation gears. Now granted, the reason why we have so much metal is because we're creating scrap tools. So let's move over to metal tools now. Yeah, do one more. So the difference between scrap tools and metal tools is that scrap tools increases your speed by 100%, metal tools by 200%. So obviously you want metal tools as much as possible. And we're actually running low on food here. So yeah, we have more people coming in. So let's whack this up. Let's get you... Yeah, let's just fill this up as much as possible. That should mean that we are going to get in more, hopefully. Yeah. So this is what you get sometimes. If you're doing something maybe not as good as you could, you get this. So yeah, people are complaining about various bits and pieces. Food, water, scrap, etc, etc. So now they actually do want to get activated carbon mask. That is an issue. The reason why that's an issue, because in order to do this, we need coal. In order to do coal, we need a coal burner. In order to do a coal burner, well, we need a coal burner. That's going to use a lot of wood, and you are not really doing a lot of wood. We need to get some basic wood going. Where was your cutoff point? About here. Let's get all of this cut down. I did get some more sellers in. The food situation has been taken care of for now, but water is becoming an issue. So let's make sure that we do a fair more of that. Now a charcoal burner, a coal burner, what's it called? Charcoal kiln, of course, is not a bad thing. So let's actually set that up, and obviously close by to the forester over here is a good thing. We have more people who are complaining about housing, and you are at minus 16. Ooh, that's rough. Decorations. You need yourself a scrap totem. I like this scrap totem. It's just a scrap dragon breathing fire. I love it. Let's build you there, and you need so much more. You poor guys. You can have a wind chimes. No, actually, what's better? Flower beds are pretty damn good. You can have a little bit of a back garden here, I think. Yeah, you can have a little bit of a back garden here. And yeah, wood. Wood is turning into a issue. I can't really cut down this forest because, you know, you need it for gathering stuff. So that means that I'm gonna use these people just to gather up everything we can. We have obviously all of this down here. So get that. We are up to 6 sellers, 7. Yeah, okay. So the situation is becoming such as that we need more people, or rather, we need more spaces to live. That means that it is time for a shelter. We have enough clothes for now. So let's build a shelter. I don't really want to do it here because of the production, I think. We can build it over here, I guess, at the end of this. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, no. Well, let's build it here. That means that we can do roads like this, as well as on the other side of this. And we can actually set this up completely like over here. There we go. So let's get that. We do indeed need the wood. You are done. So let's set a working area. Where can I set it? Let's start by removing all of this. Oh, we had a lot of cellars. More water. Let's yank that up to full. As for food, yeah, sure. Let's do farmer. I don't think we need 4 farmers though. So that's fine. How are we tools, by the way? Let's do another technician. There we go. So that's good. Let's make sure that we cut down a lot of trees as well. Now, by the way, the little that little thing, do scrap tools, just so that we can get that going. We'll see if I can. We actually don't have a lot of time left, so that's a bit unfortunate. And we haven't even built the charcoal kiln here. Let's focus on that. I think they probably already were. But we just need more wood. You're done with that. Let's set up the next area over here. We are up to 4 settlers, so even though this is going to take 25 settlers, as you can see, we are having a lot of people who are not in a shelter right now or a place of residence, so that's a problem. The water is fine. We managed that. Scrap tools are... What are you complaining about? Yeah, you're complaining about wood. Yeah, wood. Wood apparently became a real big problem. We're gonna need one of you. Obviously, you are not gonna be able to work because, again, you need wood. The charcoal kiln takes wood and creates charcoal. That's what they do. And it means that you guys are gonna have to work even harder. Come on, work harder. I know that you need to place it. Yeah, that's one problem, actually. Yeah, one of the things that's fun is logistics, because you can do a bunch of stuff with this. First of all, the very important one, water points, because what you want to do is, this is sort of ties together with what I mentioned earlier, you want people to walk as little as possible. So what you can do is you can place a water point, let's say over here, by this little settlement here, and same as other buildings with a work area, you can set this work area to be over here, picking up from the cistern down here. So that means that people living here don't need to go all the way over to the cistern or the bus wreck to gather their water. That's actually something we should do pretty damn soon. Same goes for storerooms. This is basically our main storeroom for basically everything. What we could do is a food station as well over here. And you know what? Well, food is fine, because we have the gatherer here, who has berries and mushrooms. That's pretty damn close to these people. You are close to this, you are close. You know, food is fine, but we are gonna make a water point here. Like so. How are you feeling? -4. Even with, well, actually, you're lacking the flower bed here. You are actually, you don't have any scraps to find. Do we take away that, or do we... Doesn't really matter, so let's do that. Let's clear away all of that. We need to focus on this one, though. So, the housing issue is getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, there is one thing that you can do in order to stop people from reproducing, and that lies in community. You can build a forum. The forum is opening up a system that is sort of similar to Frostpunk, that is edicts. Now, it doesn't work as in Frostpunk, where you select one edict and that edict just is in place forever. In this game, you place edicts that work for, I think it's 2 or 3 seasons or something like that. And one of the edicts that you have available to you in the very beginning of the game is no reproduction. So if you really want to make sure that you aren't growing too much, that is a thing that you can do. However, you also do want more settlers, because you want to do things. So we are already up a fair bit here. Now, what I could do, what I could do is just yank up a lot of foresters. That's good. We can do a hunting lodge, yes. Let's build a hunting lodge. Can I fit it in here? No, I can't. Well, you can be at the back of this, I guess. Yeah, build it over here. It is a good way, or a good thing, to keep a bit of distance between buildings, and that's going to come in a later stage. We're not going to see that in this little video, but you can build electricity stuff, and one of them is the electric power pole, and you kind of want to fit that in various places. So keep a bit of a distance between buildings. Don't just pack everything super close by to each other. That means that you're not going to be able to, at least not in a good way, power everything when you finally get to that point. We're up to 16 people who don't really have a home at this point. Right, so keep going. So we're already doing fine, I think. What we need to do is we need more recyclers. So, yeah, this house is gonna be problematic. I mean, you can build stuff along the road here, I guess, and I can build stuff over here as well, because I do want to keep going with this little thing. Let's see how much I can do. Let's build 2 more of these recyclers, and you can also have a bit of a road up to here. Oh, that synced very nice with the with the statue here. Cool. Let's do more flower beds, though. Can I fit? Yeah, I can fit flower beds in here. Perfect. That's just more wood, though. So, Mr. Forester, or Foresters, keep going, please. Stop going back here. What are you doing? You don't need anything here right now, I think. So that's fine. It's gonna be worse, though. The recycler does -4, so that's even 8 more. So we're gonna have to build more than the flower beds I just got. But we have the shelter. The shelter is actually positive right now. So as you can see, the shelter actually picks up stuff from all the way over here. This one actually gets all the way over here. So if I build some shops over here, or hedges, that might actually get to that as well. So that's good. And we can probably do... I do want to do... hey, here we go. We have our little flower bed. So let's do some roads. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, the roads are being done. And we failed the task because we didn't even get to... we didn't get to do the activated carbon mask. So... sad. You are done with that little area. Let's do this area as well, because it is affecting a little bit of what they do. Obviously, if there's scrap piles in the way, no trees are going to be able to be planted, so try and get rid of that. As for trees, cut down more, please, over here. Go. How are we? We are doing fine with wood right now. So let's... Oh, I have a lot of settlers. We need to get a lot of builders, but we need to do more food. Let's do another field. Let's do another 10 by 10 here. Like so. Let's build some roads around this as well. And in here we are obviously going to go with the zucchini. That's nice. So let's do 6 farmers, 3 to each field. That is fine. What we can do already is actually consider the next water gathering place. So what we can do, yeah, we can actually do this. So another fishing hut, and as you can see, this fishing hut is being marked in yellow when we build it over here. That means that they are intruding on each other's area of usage, so to speak. So we need to build it. Yep, that is sort of the cutoff point, I guess. Yep, there we go. Let's build you over there, and the water cistern over here needs to come not there, over here, I guess. So let's build it a little bit further down, so we can build the jetty here. Sadly not like that. Oh well, that's okay. So let's do road. No, come on. Roads over here. Roads, a little bit of road there, and then let's do from here up to here. One thing that I like about this game, by the way, as opposed to Banished, is that when you do a zigzag road like that, it actually becomes diagonal. A little bit thicker, granted, but still diagonal. Instead of Banished, where it's just zigzagging. We're on a drought period again. We are doing fine, but yeah, we do need to get more food in. So another fishery is not going to be a bad thing. So even though they are complaining at some points of being too close to each other, this is actually pretty damn close. Ooh, and people are probably getting a bit sick, I think. What are you? No, you're lacking just water. That's okay. Ooh, right. I built the water point. We need a logistician. So you're a logistician. You get to pick up water from here. So now we're gonna have water close by to that place. And we have settlers. You're picking up wood over here. That's good. Could potentially go for another scrap collector, but we are also building, indeed, recyclers. So we're gonna do 2 more refiners. I think it's interesting that the building is called a recycler, but the person working it is called a refiner. I guess it has to do with the fact that there's a building called the refinery, which does exactly the same thing as the recyclers, just it just does it from one single building. So that's probably it. So we're doing plastic, and one of the main reasons why we're doing plastic is because we do want to upgrade a system to a water tower. But in order to do that, we need 12 plastics. So that's one of the reasons. So you have cloth, metal, cloth back to that, and then plastic. So where are we in terms of production? We actually need to do a bit more of that as well. So in this game, it doesn't really cut it with just one of each. You need more. You need a lot more. In research, there are upgradable things. Rather, you can upgrade your workshop and tailor shop so that they are more efficient. So that's the thing. And yeah, we are in a drought, so the fact that we're running low on water and food is fine. But it also highlights the fact that we are running a little bit low in between, you know, droughts. So yeah, and now the children are complaining. God damn it. Oh right, we need school. I didn't even build a school. Oops. Yeah, we absolutely do need to build a school. So let's set up a school, and we can actually fit it in very snugly here. Ooh, I like that. No space behind the houses there, but that's okay. And what was I thinking? Yeah, so scrap tools is what they want. We're still doing scrap tools, actually. What are we using metal on? I don't know. Do you take metal? No, you don't take metal. Well, you take metal. Sure, okay. You are producing X-scarves, so that's fine. This is only produced, by the way, not stored, which is good. If you get a stored mission, that means that you need to have a surplus of them. So we don't need we don't need that to happen. As for water, yeah, we kind of probably need a few more water carriers. Well, we have a lot of builders who I would like to finish the roads everywhere. Please, before I reduce them a little bit. I'm getting more people in, so that's good. Let's get more fisher. Let's get a hunter, and the hunter can probably be in this area. Yeah, that's a good spot. So the animals, you know, they come back, so to speak. That's fine. And we are getting people without protective clothing, which is weird because we're producing so much of it, but that's fine. How are we doing with the roads? The final roads have been built. Now, there we go. All the roads have been built. So let's take away builders. We don't need all of them right now, and get them to do water carrying duties. So 4 over here, 4 here. And as for the rest, food is a problem still. Let's whack that up to full on the fishermen. Yes. I do need a teacher though. Get a teacher. This is a school. The school can teach kids in various ways. Either productivity, which means that they can they do their professions better, which is very good. Handling tools means that they use the tools better, more efficiently. Clothing, same thing there, but for clothes. And then badges. You can get badges automatically. Yep, the children are happy, so we get a little bit of a sort of confidence boost. Confidence is up here, by the way. I haven't talked about confidence. The more confident your settlement is, the better it is. You know, obviously. So that's the thing. And currently we're going to go for productivity, because that's what we need. As soon as we get to research, though, we can upgrade a school. It's probably a good thing to do that first. As soon as you've done that, you can actually get all of these in the same time. Okay, so we are now complaining about masks again. Fine, go over to masks. We have both the coal and the clothing to do it. Let's actually move over to that completely. I would, however, like for more people to be tailors as well as technicians. We're gonna have to wait for a couple of people, and we're already having homeless people. You were doing cloth, right? Yes. I'm actually just gonna do this so that they're close, or rather doing the same thing, so to speak. Right, we need to oh god damn it. Settlers, or rather shelters. We're gonna do another shelter. Let's actually do one down here. We'll set it up like this. Let's do a bit of a road here, a bit of a road here. Can't do it over there, that's fine. Let's do a road over here as well. There we go. So that's another shelter. Let's make sure that people focus on that. I only have the 2 builders now, so they're gonna have to deal with that. The builders are the ones who carry stuff to the building spot, not anyone else. So yeah, but we are running annoyingly low on both clothing and tools. So yeah, we now have 15 people without clothing. It's kind of difficult to keep on track, or rather on top of that. It's a bit annoying sometimes, but it is workable. I mean, on my big city, so to speak, or my big settlement, I'm actually running like I'm sitting at like 200 tools and 200 protective clothing, a surplus of 200, which is very, very good. So the shelter here is now being built. Building goes pretty fast in this game compared to Banished, which I like. Yeah, we got a little bit of a boost there as well. We have more people sheltered, so that's good as well. We're doing fine, water and food right now. We're actually almost overproducing a bit, I think. Are we? I think we're doing fine. I think that actually water we can pull back a little. However, what we can do now, we should be able to... Well, actually we're missing the scraps. Hey, what are you guys doing? Not much, because there's so few of you. Let's get more scrap collectors in. And you... Actually remove you, and we'll do a bit of scrap collecting down here, just with the one settler. That person can have something to do. How are we looking here? We're actually yeah, you're picking up some from there. That is fine. That is fine. Go to our little thing here. We have our hedges and our torches. That's not really a torch though, is it? It's more like a basket. Torch is usually on like a pole or something, I think. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a torch. And, oh yeah, someone died apparently. So the settler went away but came back. He arose from the dead or something. And yeah, we're doing fine now. It's basically just the tools and the clothing right now. I don't know if I need to do more of these. Yeah, sure. It is the tools, probably. Let's go over to metal tools. I think that a lot of people have scrap tools now, or at least these people have scrap tools. Probably. Yeah, you have scrap tool, which isn't weird, because I've only been producing scrap tools, so they're not as efficient as they could be. So let's hope that they produce some metal tools, and that they themselves pick up metal tools first. Let's hope that that is the case. But other than that, we're doing fine, which means that I want to do this. I want to do, in technology, we can do an expedition station, which is what we use in order to, you know, actually search these things. Let's do a expedition station over here by our city center. Ooh, that took away a lot of our resources, but that is hopefully gonna be fine. Yeah. As long as you keep track of specifically the water and the food, obviously that's very important, especially for the droughts. But then obviously the tools and the protection clothing is very, very important. I would hope that you guys don't just wait for your tools, ideally. What are you doing, by the way? You're not supposed to be here. I only have the 4. There's 2 here and 2 here. So why are people coming in here? Here we go. Someone with metal tools. You can be here. Carlos, go away. Why do we have more people doing this job than I told them to? Carlos, get the hell away. Unless you pick up a tool. That is to say. Your work, yeah, as you can see, it's so freaking slow. Why are you here? This is a thing that I don't get about this game. I have set it up to be 5 tailors, but I apparently have 5. Yeah, there you go. There he goes, or rather, there he went. So the difference is with 2 people, one with a scrap tool and one with no tool, versus 1 with a metal tool. Actually 2 now. So yep, now we're doing fine with that. So we should be coming along a little bit more nicely here. So still only scrap tools here. Have any of you picked up metal tool? You have 0 tools. That's not good. So would you please pick up the metal tool that you just created? Would you please pick up the metal tool you just created? Come on. Okay. Never mind. So, here we go, and we have settlers. Beautiful. So, let's open up the expedition window, and this is what that looks like. So now we have a couple of locations that we can go to. We don't have scouts. Let's get the scout out. We'll start with just the 1 scout. That is fine. Let's actually start with the Endzone. Oh, well, yeah, okay, fine. It's very, very close. So that means that, yeah, he just needs to go here. And I think that he actually literally walks the distance, right? So now you have to go to the scout place, right? What are you doing exactly? I don't exactly know what you're doing. You're doing something with water, you're doing something with food, probably. Now you're going to the scouting station. There we go. Traveling to locations. You can actually follow them around the map, which is kind of cool. So now they're in this place and they're going to be working. Oh, actually, they are not working. They just immediately discover it. So, in order to go here, we need to send a whole bunch of people. And ideally, we would like everyone to have tools. We want everyone, or at least 1 educated, at least 1 gatherer, at least 1 medic, and at least 1 technician. Now, we don't have anything but gatherers, so we are not going to do this specific location right now. We're going to send a scout out to the next location. There we go. So that is why you kind of want this to be upgraded, so you can get more badges. People get badges from doing their work, obviously, but yeah, you kind of do need to make sure that more people get the badges. You can also get badges from doing the little expeditions that we're going to do eventually. I built, or rather I placed that in the wrong spot, so get rid of that. I want it down here, because we're actually fine. You're 21. That's beautiful. That means I can build so many more refiners here. That's cool. Cool to know. And the shelters, you are at 17, you are at 19, so we're coming up to a point where we need more of that. And for this one, we need a explorer and a technician. I have a technician, so that's good, but I don't have an explorer. Now, explorer generally comes from doing these, so what you kind of do want to get first is a simple one where you can do it without any badges. Now, one thing that I forgot about this is that in order to do our expeditions, we need expedition rations. And it's the scouts who make those. And since I have only one scout who's out doing stuff, we're going to have to whack this up a bit. Let's go up to 5 scouts. Make sure that they start doing the expedition rations. I only have 2 so far, and 2 is not going to cut it. And expedition rations are taken from water and food, and I see now that we are doing a lot of food. We can actually bring back some of that. We don't need that much food. Let's go back to a few settlers instead, because that means that I can... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to do that. Tasks. Gather some more wood down here, and gather some scrap over here. That seems like a good spot. Let's go a little bit to the right. There we go. Good, good, good. And we have explored something else. Here we go. Kind of boring. Actually, only metal tools and scrap tools over here, I think. No, it's because we need it. That's okay. That's the first one we're gonna do. So I usually, for these sort of standard ones, I pick 4 people. So let's start that. No, it is the fact that that's what we're getting. Yeah, so the green ones, you can see that this is a white one. The green ones are one that we're actually going to do a little bit of exploration, you could say. The white ones are simply there for picking up stuff. And you don't need the rations for that. You only need people to actually do the job. So that's what they're doing now. We are getting some explorers in as soon as they make their way over to the expedition station. So come on, make your way there. I don't know exactly what you're doing all the way over here. I don't know. By the way, we're getting everything that we need now in order to do this. Besides the coal. Right, we need more coal burners. There we go. Get me more coal. And it's still the issue with the tools. Have you picked up a metal tool? You still haven't picked up tools. You did. Well, you have metal tools, so that's good. But you're eating and drinking. So there's the Sandstorm. Right, yeah, that's the Sandstorm. So what happened now is that it's fine on this occasion. Well, a couple of buildings are actually a bit destroyed. So now we're going to need to use a whole bunch of wood and scraps in order to repair these buildings. That was actually pretty lenient after all. It can become a lot worse than this. But yeah, so this is where the amount of builders that you need comes into play, because you need a lot of builders for whenever stuff like this is happening. Sure, you can micromanage, that is true. You can bring down the amount of builders when you don't actually need them, then just remove people from different jobs and put it up to builders when you actually need it. So over here we found some loot, we grab all of that, we loot and return. Perfect, safe trip home. Once that is done, we can mark this place for scrapping. And that was actually really damn close. By the way, I never sent out another scout, did I? What do you need? You need water. We have a lot of water, so that's fine. So let's go to... That's a church. Ooh, interesting. Let's go for that one. So the people from this building are making their way back. As soon as they do, we can mark it for scrap. I also see that our scrapyard is not operational because they don't have any scrap to work with. So there we go. We can mark it for salvaging. You can actually start working on this rather large area here. 1,290 scrap available. Beautiful. And we again have a lot of settlers. so many settlers. And it's even more. Even though it was paused, the game gave me another settler. That's beautiful. Water carriers, yes, we need that. I am gonna mark this for upgrading and build next, so that people can move plastic and coal there, primarily. Tools, we're actually going okay with tools now. Well, actually, we did get tools in, that is true. And you're basically just not working as efficiently as you could because you're using scrap tools or no tools. So that hope that my tailors can move over to metal tools as soon as possible. Though people do take the metal tools first, yes. Okay, I guess that's fine. There's so many people who use scrap tools. Here we go. Some people at least have done the proper thing and picked up some metal tools. That's good. We are running a little bit low in water. Good thing about this is that even if you are upgrading this building, it still works. So that's a nice feature. But I would like for that to be happening very, very soon. There we go. Full stock. Our scout has done this, and we need, what's that? Well keeper badge. Don't have that. Send another scout here. We can send out more scouts, but as I said, I do want them to keep doing expedition rations as much as possible. So water is counted as low, but we're getting there. So now we have the water tower. The point about the water tower is that we can activate a coal filter. It needs coal, obviously, but yeah, we're gonna get that as well. So at some point I do want to upgrade this one as well. But you know, I'm actually gonna leave this little video off here. I think that you've gotten a fairly good view of what this game is about. What we haven't gotten to is, of course, research. We have research points here, or knowledge, but we can't actually, or we can't actually watch the research tree unless we actually build a research building. We haven't done that yet, so you're not gonna get to see that right now. And that's okay, because, you know, some things are left, or rather best left unsaid in a video like this. But yeah, I like this game. I like this game a lot. So much in fact that I'm gonna make this into a series. Probably not this city, or other settlement, even though I kinda like the looks of it already. I mean, it's kinda cool. But no, I'm gonna start a new city, and that is gonna be most likely following our Civilization 6 playthrough, and there's a couple of more episodes left in that one, so it's gonna be in a while, but yeah, after that we're gonna do Endzone: A World Apart as a new series. So I hope that you look forward to that, because I know I sure do. I haven't really decided how I want to play it. It is very likely that I'm gonna ramp up the difficulty setting and do the advanced difficulty. That is to say, the level after normal. I don't think that I'm gonna do the maximum one, not just yet at least. But we'll see. I might have to practice a little bit, just sort of know what's going on and what I need to think differently about. We'll see about that. I'll make sure to practice a little bit before I do anything with that. But yeah, this is Endzone: A World Apart, and I love it. It's exactly right up my alley. It's a really nice city builder. It's post-apocalyptic, which I really like. I like the graphics, by the way. I mean, just look at this really cool made water tower. They've done a really good job on the models, I think. Even though it's, again, as in Banished, very simplistic. It's nothing special, really, but it just looks really good. You have your little people just milling about, doing their thing. I like this a lot. So, this is gonna come back in a not so distant future, but yeah, I hope you enjoy that, and we'll get back to this channel for that. For now though, this has been Ghostmat Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.